Hi guys, and welcome to C# tutorial of a stock control management system. Okay, let me show you guys how this works. So I'm going to come in here now. You see the invoice data. Click on the invoice data. We should be able to see the details of Tosin Omen right there, and the address Sunny Anthony Omen Way, Lagos, Nigeria. Everything is right there. Now let's click on reset. Okay, so let's enter new data. So you come right in here, you see the product ID, enter the whatever product ID is, and the number of order. So we have about 78, and here we have the remaining that we have in stock. That's the stock level. Okay, so let's come in here, enter the customer order detail, customer ID, name, customer name. Let's say the name is Danny Johnson. An address of Mr. Johnson, let's say it's number 17 Little Venice, and the date, that's the date right there. And the on sales, yeah, any discount, let's say it's about 20% discount, VAT, yes, account type, some credit, and right here let's say it's Visa. So all they need to do is just to click on total. There we go. And as you can see, the record is successfully saved. Click on OK, and if we come right here, we should be able to see the details of Danny right there, Danny Johnson. That is it right there, Little Venice. So come back in here, and I'm also going to show you guys the database. Let's go straight into the database itself. So I'm going to open up the database, and right here, that is the details of Danny Johnson. Okay, close the database. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we put one of these together. Okay, then let's exit out. Okay, let's start a new project. I'm going to click on create new project. Okay, let's click on next. Make sure C# is selected. Click on next. And I'm going to give that a name, just call it C# underscore stock management. There guys. So let's click on create. There we go. Okay, my development environment is ready. I'm going to change the size of this form to 1386 by 788. There. Now let's come straight to the toolbox here, and inside the toolbox I need tab control. Okay, I have a tab control in there, so let's change the size of that tab control to about 1300 plus. So make sure it's selected, come back in there, select and drag, or maybe just type it in there. There we go. So that is the size of my tab. Okay, and let's change the data we have on the tab. So come in here where we have tab page, click on that, and the first one there, let's change the text of that to stock control, and the second one I'm going to change that to, let's go for invoice details. Alright, it's looking good. That's good. Now click on OK. There we go. And you see the background of this tab. Let's change that. Instead of transparent, I'm going to change it maybe to cadet blue. Let's come in and just change that to cadet blue. There. Now let's add a panel. Come right down here and grab hold of a panel. Oops, that's a panel there. And that very panel, I'm going to change it back to control. That is the default color. It's known as control. Okay, I'm going to make the size of this about 1000 plus. Let's come in here and just drag it that much. And I'm going to add another panel. Grab all of that. So we have another one here. And this one, let's change the color of this one to the back color of this one to cadet blue. And right inside it, I'm going to add another one. But first of all, let's collapse this first. Just bring it right down somewhere there and just drag it that much. There we go. Now I'm going to go back to tools here, grab hold of another panel and just drag that right inside of it. And this one that is inside of it, I'm going to change the color of that one to, let's go for control as well. Come in here, change that to control. There we go. Now let's grab hold of a label. Come right here and grab hold of a label. You have one label here, and we're going to need another. Oh, okay, let's grab, that's a label. Let's grab hold of a combo box. So we have a label and a combo box. Select both objects, come right here, and let's change the font size to something much more readable. Make that bold. I'm gonna go for about 24. There we go. Yeah, something like that. And here, let's change the text content of that very one to maybe product ID. Yeah, just like the name that I'm going to use for my database. So I will come right down here. So let's change that to product ID. I've already created a database and I'm going to include that database in the description area. You can just download that for free. And here, let's change that much. Okay, now let's copy this label. Hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2, we have 4. I'm going to need about 10 of those, and we have 8. Then let's go for 2 more. There we go, we have 2 more here. That is good. Now these very ones, I'm going to select it all. Let's select all of them, click, drag, drop. Now come straight to the properties here. I'm going to get rid of the text we have in there and scroll right up where we have auto size. Change the auto size to false. Border style, let's change the border style to fixed 3D, so you can drag it that much. Now there we go. Now we have something that more or less looks like a text box in there. I'm talking about text box. Let's come right down here. We need this one here. We're going to change that to a text box, so we can either move that up here and come right here, grab hold of a text box. That's on your toolbox. There's a text box here, drag and drop. We have a text box in there. Click on that and select multi-line. Now with this text box, the next thing we want to do is let's change the font size to something readable as well. Make that bold. Let's say 24. That might be too big, but for now we enter that in there. Okay, looking good so far. You see this combo box down here? I might as well just copy that. Hold on to your control, click, drag, drop it here, and let's reduce that much. Bring it underneath here, and I'm going to now drag it right up to somewhere here. Let's leave that there and select it. Let's change the style to fix single, yeah, so that you guys can see it. Now here I need another label here, right, and 2 labels here, another 2 label here. Then we then need let's go for dates, something to do with date in there. Let's see, there we go, date time picker, drop that here. Yeah, that's fine. Change the size of the date time picker to something a little bit more readable, maybe about 20 or 22, something like that. Let's see. And let's reduce the date, let's reduce the font size. I'm going to go for maybe about 16. Alright then, now in here let's change the appearance of that a little bit more and drag this right here. Okay, I'm going to also add, I have a label here. Oh no, that's a text box. Hold on to the control, drag and paste that text box there. We're gonna need more of those. We need 2 and 3 text box. Okay, we have all our text box in place. We also need 2 more combo box somewhere here. Drag this up, grab all of that combo box, place it right there, and another one there. Now hold on to the control, click and drag. Alright, you see this very one here, that is going to be for my address, so just drag that much, something like that. And we need maybe 5 labels. Let's copy that, bring 5 here, there, which means we need to reduce this. Okay, we're getting there. Now here I'm going to add another 4 labels here, 4 here, and another 4 beside that. No, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's reduce those. Then we need 1 combo box here. Right. Okay, so we're missing a combo box here. Let's replace that there. Now here I'm going to add a panel. Let's drag it that much, bring it down. There we go. Alright, and just add border style, make that fix 3D for that very panel. We're almost there now. Okay, now inside this panel I need 3 labels. 1, 2, 3. No, I meant to copy that. Okay, copy it back here. Right. And I then need 3 combo box. Let's see if we can drag this back here. Yeah, 3 combo box. 1, 2, and 3 now. There, and 1 more. Okay, we're gonna have to make room for that. Let's tidy up a little bit. And let's increase that. Take it up. Okay. Okay, guys, so that is looking a little bit much better. We also missing a combo box here that I copied earlier, so bring it back. Right. Now the next thing we want to do is to add some buttons. Let's change this so that we can see that date. I need to be able to see it. Yeah. Now we need some buttons. Scroll right down and come right here, buttons. We have one button, and I'm going to change the font of that button to, let's go for maybe about 36. Make that bold. Also, let's change the name of that very button to BTN exit. Okay, now the font will be BTN exit. Now copy, hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2 and we have 3. That very one is going to be known as total. And change the variable name to BTN total. And this one is going to be known as reset. And change the text name to reset. There. So that is it for the buttons. Now, okay, let's add text here or labels. Let's copy those, hold on to the control, click and drag. Alright, that is fine. Yeah. Okay, just tab it up a little bit. Okay, that's alright. Now, this label that I just added, let's pin this down. Select this very first one. That is going to be for my tags. Right. And the other label right in front of it, we change that to LBL tags. Yeah. And this is going to be LBL subtotal. Okay. Now this label, that will be subtotal. Okay, now this one is going to be LBL total. And this other label, that will be known, we just enter text in, and no, we enter total in there. There we go. Now we have taken care of tax total and total, tax subtotal and total. Alright, that's good. Okay, we just can just increase this a little bit more, take it up. Now, let's take care of these ones. This is going to be, let's start taking from the top. This will be product ID, that is correct, and this one is going to be product name. And this is going to be LBL product name. There. Okay, this other one there, we're gonna call it CMB product ID. There we go. I guess you guys get the whole idea then. So I'm going to have to speed up this naming because it's going to take some time. Let's just speed that up. Okay guys, I've finished up with the naming. So let me show it to you guys. That is how it's looking. So let's run it so that you guys see that. Save that, click on run. Okay guys, and this is how it's all looking like. So there's nothing here happening? Nothing so far. So that's good. So you see this other tab, let's add a data grid view in there. So I'm going to click in there. Now let's go in here and grab hold of here. Data grid view. There we go. And just drag it there. That one is easy. So there we go. That's where my table of information, everything will be displayed. Okay, so that's good. So let's give it a run again. Click on run. Alright, so that is much better. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.